Paranormal events have been happening for as long as history can remember, and tales of cryptic cases lure the internet every single day. I'm sure you've all heard of the tales as a child, and maybe have had a paranormal experience of your own. If so, leave a comment telling me about your experience. A lot of your favourite celebrities have also came out and claimed to have a paranormal experience. Here are some of them. Alice Cooper is a name you may be familiar with. Halloween and horror have always been a part of the rock star's MO. Cooper's 27th album, released in July 2017, was called Paranormal, and Cooper told metro.co.uk, "I decided to call it Paranormal because I think all of us have little quirky paranormal things about us." Alice has claimed to have had an experience he calls playful poltergeist. Cooper and Aerosmith's Joe Perry had holed up to write some new songs together in an abandoned rural house in New York, and were both completely sober, which makes the claim more believable.
We got together to write some songs, and there was a...
in a haunted house.
Yeah.
Cooper recalls his experience as feeling prankish, like a playful poltergeist. He remembers what sounded like furniture being dragged through the basement. Once he went to investigate, he claims to have felt the pressure of a hand on his back. Now all of this makes sense when you look at the house's past. Turns out the house was said to have been haunted by a little boy who had previously lived there before drowning in the lake.
The house was supposed to be haunted. I guess it belonged to the governor at some point. And
It was very paranormal. You'd put something down and then go in the other room and come back and it wasn't there. And you go.
Next on the list is Emma Stone, and she's really popular for all the movies she's been in. La La Land, 2 Spider-Man movies, Superbad, Friends with Benefits, and one of my favourite movies, Zombieland, and the list goes on. During a 2014 appearance on Late Night with David Letterman, she revealed that she had ongoing beyond the grave interactions with her late grandfather. Here's what she had to say.
There's a long family history with quarters. My grandfather leaves quarters, but it's him. You guys, it's him.
Scientific.
But that's the joy of it. It's not, it's not a logical thing. It's magical. Mm-hmm. It's this, like ectoplasm.
A lot of you may know Keanu Reeves, a Canadian actor, director, producer and musician. Reeves has been in multiple blockbuster films, including comedies from the Bill and Ted franchise, Point Break, Speed, and the John Wick franchise, and of course The Matrix. Reeves claims he saw a ghost as a child whilst living in New York City. Here's what he had to say on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
You ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Like a little kid, I'm probably like 6, 7 years old, in a new apartment, and not a nanny in the bedroom. She's sitting, my sister's asleep, she's sitting over there, I'm like hanging out, there's a doorway. All of a sudden, we're looking over there, and this like jacket comes waving through the doorway. Like just an empty, there's no head, there's no body, there's no legs, it's just there, and then it disappears. And I looked over at the nanny, and she's like this.
Imagination is one thing as a child, but with the nanny also being a witness, it makes this story much more convincing. In 2013, when asked if Ariana Grande believed in ghosts and aliens, she replied, "Of course. I've had a demon ghost experience." She goes on to talk about a time she visited a haunted castle. The next night, she went to Still Cemetery in Kansas City, which is known as one of the 7 gates to hell on earth. She explains how she felt this sick, overwhelming feeling of negativity over the whole car, and then she could smell sulfur, which is a chemical element, which is the sign there is a demon present. A fly was also in the car, which is another sign of a demon. She decided it would be best to leave, rolling down the window and saying, "We apologise, we didn't mean to disrupt your peace." She then took a picture, and there were 3 super distinct faces in the picture, and they were all said to be faces of textbook demons. The final celebrity who had a strange experience is Miley Cyrus. She was at a haunted rental apartment in London and she said, "It was seriously so terrifying. I was having crazy dreams and really scary things. And one night, my little sister was standing in the shower and all of a sudden, I hear her scream. I run in and the water had somehow flipped to hot, but it wasn't like the water had just changed. The knob had turned, but she hadn't turned it and it was burning her. She was really red. Before I felt this, I thought I had seen a little boy standing in the sink watching me take a shower, so I felt really freaked out." Cyrus added that her mother and fiance, Liam Hemsworth, all had crazy experiences in the flat after the shower incident, and that she ultimately decided to find other housing for her time in Europe. I know that there are many other celebrities who've had paranormal or ghost experiences. If you know of any, please drop them down in the comments. And also let me know which one you believe the most out of the 5 celebrities. Thank you for all the support recently. We are closing in on 400 subscribers and I'd really like to hit that by the end of January. I'm also working on some big things at the moment which I think you'll really like, so I hope you can stick around for it. Hope you enjoyed today's video and I will see you all in the next one.